Hey, this is Paul from Guitar World, and today we'll be looking at a great new line of amplifiers, the Express series from Mesa Boogie. In particular, we have here the 550 amplifier combo. So let's dive right in and take a look. Mesa Boogie's Express series of amplifiers come in several different versions. There's a 112 combo, a 212 combo, and a head. Now, this particular one here, the 550, is a 112 combo employing a Black Shadow 12-inch speaker. Now, the most notable feature of the Express series is its duo class power section, meaning you can run the amplifier at 5 watts or at 50 watts. 5 watts runs in pure Class A, and 50 watts runs in pure Class AB power. Mesa Boogie's 550 is a pure working man's amplifier. It's a 2-channel, 4-mode amplifier, and everything is foot switchable, as you can see by the very sturdy foot switch we have here. The Express 550 also runs with 2 6L6 tubes, and as I said before, I can run this either at 5 watts or at 50 watts. So this amplifier is extremely versatile. Now, looking at the 2 channels, there's first channel on the top and the second channel on the bottom. And as you can see, each channel has their own contour switch, which offers even more EQ possibilities for each channel. Now, as I said, each channel has 2 modes. The first channel allows you to get clean or crunch, and the second channel allows you to have blues or burn. So if you're a rocker, you might want to set the first channel to crunch and then the second channel to burn as your lead channel. And if you're like a blues guitarist, you may want to set your first channel to clean and then the second part of it to blues. Now, of course, you don't have to follow any of those rules. You just set whatever mode sounds great to you. But that's the 4 modes that you can get out of both these channels. And then you can get additional EQ possibilities by moving the contour knob on each channel, which gives you a bit of a deeper sound, or you can pull back and get a little more of a brighter sound on each channel. You have foot switchable reverb, and of course the contour knob can be easily turned off per channel, and of course the channel switch over here on the foot switch. Finally, the last thing I should say on the back of the amp, of course, is the switch, which allows you to cut the power to 5 watts or bump it all the way up to 50 watts. And the Express 550 has a great effects loop on the back end of it. Okay, let's begin by hearing this great sounding 550 amplifier. I've set the power section to 5 watts running at pure Class A power. Now, I find doing it this way, the amp offers up some sweet and beautifully compressed tones. I'll begin by setting the first channel to clean and the second channel to blues, and you'll hear how nice this amp sounds at 5 watts. So let's begin on the clean setting. Even on this same setting of clean, the single notes on your guitar really sound great. Let's hear that. Now let's move over to the second channel, which is the blues channel, and I can simply do that by bouncing over here on the channel switch. Now keep in mind I have both contour switches on, both contour knobs on, because I find that by using that I get a nice bit of extra EQ on top of it. I'll show you a little bit more about that later, but let's start by hearing the blues channel. Now this is a great sounding channel because it really does great on single notes and even some broken up chords. Let's take a listen. Now let's hear the alternate modes on both channels. Now I'm going back to channel 1, and I'm bumping it down on the mini toggle to crunch, and the second channel will be burn. So let's begin by hearing the crunch mode. Here we go. Okay, let's take it up a notch and let's hear the burn channel now. Okay, now let's change the tonal characteristics of this amp and bump it up to 50 watts of AB power. Now, this amp gets pretty loud by doing that. So, and of course, everything changes. It becomes a little more open sounding. So let's take a listen, starting with the clean. Now let's bounce over to the blues mode on the second channel. Okay, now let's hear the alternate modes on this amplifier by bouncing between the crunch and burn modes on this amplifier at 50 watts. Let's take a listen. Okay, and now let's hear the burn. Finally, let's just take a quick listen to how the contour knob works. I'm going to stick with the burn channel, and I'm just going to move the knob so you get to hear how the EQ kind of shifts on this channel. And it does the same, of course, for everyone. But let's hear it just on the burn channel. Here we go. So now you heard it with the contour knob being moved around. And just so you hear the big difference, of course, is here's the regular EQ. And here it is with the contour knob engaged. Mesa Boogie's Express 550 is one of the best big-sounding little amps available. It is ideal for rocking out in the clubs, your bedroom, and the recording studio. Check it out.